Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Horror. Ooh, we're scary this month because it's October, and we like to celebrate Halloween by going over a lot of scary content. And tonight, we're doing something which is a first for our horror month, and we're talking about a TV series. This TV series in particular is something brand new. It's the Chucky TV series, which just started airing this week on USA and Sci-Fi Network. So we're going to talk about that tonight. But before we get into that, I want to remind you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're sharing the videos. Hit that like button down below and leave a comment for anything that y'all want us to get to reviewing. We'll make sure we check it out. But this month, we're getting to it with this horror. We did Candyman last week, and the week before that was the Fear Street trilogy. And this week coming up, we're going to be talking about Quiet Place Part 2. You guys don't want to miss that, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel. And Sam, you got anything for the peoples?
Stay tuned for BrickWall Anime. The sins are out. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, so you guys don't want to miss that either. So make sure you guys stay tuned, turn on your notification bells, and stay subscribed to the channel. So, we have been fans, I think, and when I say we, I mean pretty much everyone has been a fan of a particular doll by the name of Chucky since 1980. Since like the late 80s. That's when the first Child's Play came out, and through all these years and years, Chucky's pretty much remained the same. The world may be different, but Charles Lee Ray is going to be in the body of that doll out here trying to kill people in some horrific and sometimes very funny ways. He has a lot of lore to him, and now we're getting a TV series that's not only going to continue Chucky's adventures as it follows in the Child's Play timeline. There was the 2019, I think, remake of Child's Play, which is separate from this continuity. Yes, there's a continuity that the most recent movie was Cult of Chucky. This TV series follows after the events of Cult of Chucky. And the TV series is appropriately named Chucky. We're going to be getting some of his backstory in this show, such as what was Charles Lee Ray.
They already started with some of his backstories.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we're going to be seeing a lot of that in this show. You know, who was he when he was a kid? How did he turn into a murderer? And we already know how he got into the doll, so we don't need that. But up until that point, so this show, it takes place in Hackensack, New Jersey, which is hilarious to me because Hackensack, murderers, Hackensack. And this follows a young kid named Jake who finds Chucky at a yard sale, and he's like an artist, so he is building like the sculpture of different doll heads and stuff like that. He runs into the Chucky doll, and he's like, well, I can add this to my sculpture here. But as he soon comes to learn, this doll is a little bit more than he could have ever imagined, because it's actually, and you get this by the end of that episode, he learns that this doll is able to talk, able to kill, and able to be his friend to the end. So this first episode, Sam, what did you think of it? Going into this.
Nah, I mean, I just don't know what to say. You talk for like the whole like, for damn 10 minutes already straight. So it's like, I was about to just leave. That's all I'm saying. But I thought that Chucky was pretty good. I like how they introduced him. I mean, they let us know off the bat that he's a killer. Um, as mentioned, if you were a fan of Chucky before, it's just basically what we would have wanted back in the days of TV show. So I think that it'll be enjoyable. We have some different cast members coming in there. We have some issues already presented in the first episode, which is noted. So just check it out for what's been going on in episode 1 and how bad Chucky little ass is. He has been going in already. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
And then you know how dumb the main character is. Like, and I'm gonna say dumb right now. I'm gonna call him that right now. I'm gonna say that. His actions, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much like you said, same old bad Chucky. What I like about this show, because going into it, I was like, okay, we're probably gonna get a slow burn of a show, one episode showing mysterious things happening, another one showing more things, and we won't get to the big Chucky thing till somewhere in the middle. This one pretty much cuts right to the chase, which I like because like I mentioned before, we have so many years of this Chucky being a character and us knowing him and what he does. This one just says, okay, they show him in scenes where he's just like the still doll, just jumping off of counters, moving his hand, getting ready to kill, and uh, he even just goes on a full on talk, like just talks to an entire crowd, not as Chucky, but still as the good guy doll.
it was Ash Chucky, please.
Oh, well, yeah, okay,
It
well,
was Ash
because
Chucky.
he threw the vote.
He can never play the role of as a good guy dog. Please, please.
Yeah. So it got into a lot of territory I didn't even think it was gonna get in, especially on just like regular TV. Um,
Y'all are cursing and stuff.
yeah, all the cursing. This episode wasn't violent, so to speak.
I mean, it was violence in the episode,
Yeah, but
so you can't say it wasn't violent.
I mean, it's like to the level that you would usually see in with Chucky. But you can it kind of plants it there because like the most gruesome kill was the and spoilers for this episode. Most gruesome kill was the dad.
Why would you even do that? So that was the most gruesome one,
Mm-hmm.
which we already knew because that was the only one.
There
Anyway,
was another kill.
okay.
Another kill. Another character dies.
Mm-hmm. All right.
um, but yeah, this you're making this difficult.
You making this difficult. I'm gonna stop the tape. I don't know what's going on in there.
But yeah, so yeah, this show, yeah, I like it. It's off to a good start in my opinion. I didn't think it was like I said, I didn't think it was gonna go some of the places it went just in the first episode alone. It's good to see the returning cast of character. Well, the returning voice of Chucky, who's been voicing him since the inception of the character, returning to voices. I think it's cool.
Damn, say it. Oh my god, yo. But that is cool though, because I was wondering about his voice because it almost sounded the same, but then like you could hear like the differences, and I'm like, oh, like whoever's doing a damn good job. They sound almost as good as the original. That's what I was saying. But to find out that it is the original after all these years, I mean years, probably like a good amount of years. So for that person to still be able to maintain Chucky's voice and just I think that was good because that person got to be up there now. Shit.
Mm-hmm. What did you think about our new main guy? I know you already said you thought he was a little dumb, but just outside
He's
of
a little
that,
ditz. I think there's room for potential with the main character. I
mm-hmm.
think that of course the way they have him set up with how he has to be, we always have the naive person not knowing that Chucky's a damn murderer and killer, and that oh no, I didn't know that this wasn't like that. So we
Mm-hmm.
had that because we had that with Andy too. So I mean, and that's who Chucky targets. That's
Yeah.
who he targets. So yeah, I mean this is expected of a Chucky target.
Mm-hmm.
It's an expectation.
Okay. Yeah, I thought he was I thought he was cool. I think he's contrary to you, I think he's a little bit smarter because some of the kids don't catch on to the whole Chucky thing, I think as quickly as he did. Although he did have a little bit of a hint, just
Hmm.
through town
That's what I'm
history.
saying too. Like that boy knew.
Yeah. But I think how he's gonna adapt to it is probably different than how other kids or other people in the situation with Chucky have adapted to it, to where before they were more so like gullible victims. I think that with this particular character, I feel like he's gonna segue more into a partnership with him. That's what it kind of seems
That's
like.
what, no, that's what they're trying to set it up as. That's what Chucky is trying to establish the relationship as,
Mm-hmm.
because he expressed that, but that boy ain't doing that.
You don't think so?
Hell no.
Because he has.
Come on, come on, really?
I mean, I'm not gonna
Nah.
put it. I'm not gonna put it
And
past him.
he'll team up with him for his own benefit.
Yeah, because he does, and this kid does have bullies at school because of his because he's weird. He's considered weird. Um, and so the one girl who targets him, she deserved it. First of all, I thought she was done for in this episode, but she deserved what she got from Chucky, if not more. But she definitely deserved that. This show does shine a very interesting light on bullying, which I would never have guessed to look to a Chucky show for some type of social commentary. It's that weird that we're at that point, but I guess you got to grow to keep going somehow. So that was pretty nice in that regard. This episode does a good job, in my opinion, of setting up different threads of mystery, I guess you could say, with certain characters. There are characters who have certain relationships don't seem like they are.
I mean, this is the opening episode. Of course, it's gonna start leaking stuff out. I mean, that's how we draw the audience in and keep them attracted. So I mean, of course, I mean, it's not gonna be at the last episode and we're like, oh no, we're here with these ties. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. So
no, I get it. I get it.
They set the scene up. That's what they did. I mean,
and it was a good setup. And like I said, I was surprised of how much Chucky was actually in this episode because, like I said before,
I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought that you know, probably a little peek of him, a little damn shadow, little baby feet running across the floor or something.
Yeah.
But the fact that they went head first in this, I think that says a lot about what they have planned for this show. I think that the fact that this first episode was presented so strongly, I think that it shows that the show. I would anticipate, you know, that it's gonna be a good turnout for this show for the remaining episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, we could be wrong. Our hopes could get.
I would hope not
terminated.
Gosh,
but I hope not either. But you know, the way episode 1 is set up, like I'm really looking forward because I wasn't gonna watch it. I'm like, man, I'm tired of this Chucky shit. Everybody want to remake this little nigga. Like, damn, little fucking terrorizer. Everybody just want to remake him. And then every time they remake this shit, it's always stupid. I'm like, you know what? Y'all are discrediting Chucky. Like, y'all making like for real.
Yeah, I agree because in recent ones he's been more of a comedian as opposed to a straight up slasher. With the exception of the last two movies. The last two movies.
Anyway, the only movies that counted the first two Child Plays. Okay.
You don't even count Child's Play 3?
I'm thinking. I'm just now decided to contemplate that one, but I know definitely the first two. So anyway, because they presented Chucky in the way that we're seeing him being presented in the TV in the TV show. Like, to me, this is like falling right in line. Like like I said, I just got to refresh my memory on 3, but I know definitely the first 2. Where Andy went like to military school.
Yeah, that was the 3rd one.
Nah, I stopped that too.
Oh, wow.
So because that was too much. It was too much. Like, I saw it, but it was just too much. I'm like,
I clocked out about like midway through Bride of Chucky.
I mean, I watched Bride of Chucky, but you see the value of Chucky just
diminished. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't count Child's Play 2019 because that's not in the timeline of this. But
and not
I think
Chucky,
no,
none of that. So that's
See the Chucky was a comedy.
I'm saying this TV shows it to me is giving Chucky what he deserves. That's how I feel about it. And I know while we was watching, you mentioned, you know, the comments about about the LGBT community. And and in my opinion, I don't feel that the producers' sexual preference or whatever matters. I don't think that it matters, and I don't think that it'll give a show what people think it will give a show.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because just because somebody's preference is something doesn't mean that they're gonna like throw it, throw it, throw
Well,
it.
he's been very open about that and how he's had
I mean, I haven't
kind of
heard
mirrored it.
anything. I haven't heard anything, and like I
Yeah.
said, I don't follow that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, and based off this first episode, I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know in this episode it was a lot mentioned about the boy potentially being gay, and if
Hmm.
he's gay that he should just come out and stuff like that. So like I said, this episode was a very strong episode, and after finding that out about the producer, I'm like, okay, like I said, the producer took it head on, and he's like, I'm throwing these in there, I'm throwing this out there,
Yeah.
boom, here it is. Like
Yeah, it's
here's
not
reality.
distracting.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, it's definitely
Hmm.
not distracting. It's not like all in your face about it. It's it's a story about a boy who comes across a Chucky doll at the end of the day, and in 2021 at that. So that's what you're gonna get. Again, we don't look to Chucky for a social commentary. We look to him for
And like I
these
said,
hilarious kills.
exactly. So we're doing it based off this shit. So the fact that he's putting in the issues of the world right now, I think is very important too. So
Yeah, definitely. So just based off of this first episode, what are you gonna or do you want to wait till it's midway through, all the way over?
I'm gonna
Or
wait to the second episode, because just because the damn first one
Mhm.
went through, don't mean the second one going forward through.
That is very,
Because
very
that
true.
has happened. It has
Yeah, it
happened.
has. I can attest to that.
And
There's been very
so,
strong
like I said,
premieres.
I have high hopes for this because it started so strongly. I'm actually proud of the episode. I am, because of how, like I said, the original Chucky's, the what I can't remember the exact years, the ends of the '80s maybe, and I definitely the '90s whenever it came out, and the
Mhm.
time frame in between it to where we are now, for somebody to try to go back through and redo it and do it correctly
Mhm.
and do it correctly. From what we're seeing so far, I feel that it's correct, because I think this is a beautiful introduction, because we just I can't. I just think it's a beautiful introduction to people who don't know Chucky, and just a reintroduction to people who do know Chucky.
Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. I think I'm gonna also wait till episode 2, maybe 3 to really give my opinion because um yeah, just because it starts strong doesn't mean it's gonna finish strong. So with that said, I do recommend though that you guys check it out. It's like I said, it airs on 2 networks. I think Tuesday nights. That those 2 networks are Sci-Fi and USA Network. Catch them on either one. I would make sure the kids are in bed because they do swear very heavily. You're not bleep the censors. You're gonna hear the F word. You're gonna hear the P word. You're probably gonna hear a lot more than that as the series goes on. And again, this is
This is
Chucky we're
Chucky.
talking about.
This is Chucky.
So it's gonna be some gore and blood in this. So this
We
ain't
already
something
established.
keep your kids up. So definitely check it out though, and stick with us. We're gonna be checking out these episodes. We may not do week by week, but we're definitely gonna check in on this series and give you guys our opinion as time goes on. So with that said, thank you all for tuning in.
Was it something else?
Oh, you had something else? I'm sorry, I cut it off by
No,
even
I'm
asking.
just trying to remember. I thought. Oh yeah. So the new Halloween movie is out in theaters
And on Peacock.
and on Peacock.
So if you got that Peacock subscription, go ahead, slide the password in the comment section down below so we can check it out and maybe tell y'all about it. But if y'all want to be selfish, that's fine too.
And Candyman is still on Prime at this time, and of course I'm pretty sure it's still out in theaters.
Real quick, we'll give you 30 seconds because we did talk about it. What was your opinion on Candyman? Because we didn't get you in last week. Tell us a little bit. We'll let you have the spotlight.
Oh my god. So I kind of enjoyed Candyman. I'll say this too. It was as expected for some parts of the movie for me. Like I said, with the racial connections, that's as expected. Like, we have to remember when Candyman originally came out,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, like I say, I'm not a big person on I can't stand racism and stuff like that. I definitely can't. But I just to erase it to me, it is a discredit um, of what our ancestors fought through and what they fought for. Not saying it
Mm-hmm.
has to be slammed and thrown in our faces all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but it should never be forgotten
Right.
what happened to them. It should never be forgotten. So, like I said, I'm not a big person, like I can't stand it, but I appreciate that people are not running from it because people want to tuck it up under the rug now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I appreciate about what Jordan Peele and like I said, this is just off the top of my head because I can't remember because
Nia DaCosta was the director of it.
oh, the paper probably didn't print out. But so yeah, so that's how I feel about that.
This is our creepy background right now, so you know a lot of creepy things been happening.
So that's how I feel about Candyman. The story was a little confusing for me though because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what the hell is his relationship to Candyman? Like I wish they would have just been like, yeah, that's his father. You know, like I get the graphics behind it. Like yeah, we're gonna show the story and tell the story. I get it, but
Mm-hmm.
I got lost a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I got lost. I was like, okay, so and who the hell is he? And what happened with the fire? So you know, it was a little like a little much right there for me. But outside of that, it was pretty decent. I liked the fact that and then what they had Candyman stand for at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that as well because, like I said, I understand that it came out this year, but it's a recreation of a piece of history. So you have to respect that. And it wasn't too much. It wasn't just keep digging in it and we're just gonna, you know, wasn't none of that. So yeah, I liked what part I liked. Hmm. I like the end when he was when I like the end.
Well, I want to say you kind of did for a little bit of a reveal in the movie, but I'm not gonna say anything in case y'all didn't
I
catch
gave
it.
a review.
You did give a reveal, but I'm not gonna say in case y'all didn't catch it. I'm not gonna
I was
say what
still
it
trying to
was.
be cryptic.
But I also what I didn't mention was the ending last week. I do agree with you on all your thoughts though, but I did forget about the ending last week. But yeah, so yeah. So overall, both of us enjoyed Candyman. So it was good to hear your thoughts on that. It was good to hear. Could get that. See, we always circle back. Brick wall reviews in front. Brick wall horror in front of his horror brick wall. You know how hard it was to get in front of this wall? I don't know what to talk about that. Anyway, so you got anything else about anything?
I haven't seen nothing happen with the wall. Also, a little light or whatever.
Yeah, it's completely different wall.
What the brick wall?
Yeah,
I mean, I understand that. I see that.
yeah. Now look, I
I
see
think
the
talking about
wall.
something was
You
happening
out
to the
there see the
wall.
wall. She doesn't see the
Anyway,
wall.
thanks for tuning in. Like I said, there's a new movie of The Sins out on Netflix, as well as a continuation of what is it, season 5
Mm-hmm.
of
Yeah, five.
Seven Deadly Sins. Oh yeah. And what I'll say is, you might want to watch the season first, but then too, watching the movie first. I mean, the movie's gonna give you some spoilers because it happened to me. But tune in for that conversation.
And speaking of anime movies, My Hero Academia is coming. Oh, and I'll be here for that like I was last time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's coming. We'll be up in there. But until then,
I'm
guys.
gonna save some popcorn too. I'm gonna be sitting here. Extra butter.
but
Practicing. Look at my lips right now.
but
right now.
so we'll definitely see you guys again on Sunday for our review of A Quiet Place Part 2. Until then, you guys take care. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And
Peace out. Stay safe out there.
peace and happy horror